We are born for true love. 10. Why did God create all things? It was to have object partners whom He could love. He wanted to create a realm of object partners with whom to share love. He wanted people to be able to live on earth and then return to the original world and dwell in His eternal, original homeland of love. Man was born for woman, and woman was born for man, all because of love. Why do men and women desire love? It is for the sake of God's love. This is the truth. 11. God is absolute, unique, unchanging and eternal, these are His attributes. Therefore, His love is absolute, unique, unchanging and eternal. If you are seeking the path of love while leading a self-centered life, you will come to a dead end. When a man and a woman love each other with absolute, unique, unchanging and eternal love, God's attributes manifest as absolute love, unique love, unchanging love and eternal love. We are born resembling the eternal God so that we may attain eternal life, hence, we ought to live our lives based on eternal true love. True love is not two, but one, it is unique. But no matter how unique and absolute love is, there would be serious problems if it were changeable. Therefore, love also must be eternally unchanging. 12. The ownership of absolute love, which is one of God's main attributes, develops in an unbroken line from the individual to the family, tribe, people, nation, world and cosmos. This is how it develops. Upon achieving this, the ages of the individual, family, tribe, people, nation and world will lead to one extended world of which they will all be a part, connected to the one center, God. If we had grown up naturally as we should have, we would have reached a vertical position centered on the internal attributes of the incorporeal God, which we originally should have possessed. Our center would have been God, the original absolute owner, whose position is that of the masculine subject partner. This is as it would have been in the world without the fall. 13. Adam and Eve are the body of the absolute Creator. They were made to be His body. The substantial world was meant to stimulate Him, but God, being an incorporeal existence, cannot relate to it directly. So God, who was dwelling in the minds of Adam and Eve, hoped that they would grow to maturity. However, while God was waiting for them to mature, Adam and Eve fell. If they had not fallen, their children would have been God's sons and daughters, inheriting His direct lineage. God was to have been the root of our lineage. He was to have been the root of love. But due to the fall, the root based on God's love was not secured. 14. After He created our first ancestors, Adam and Eve, what standard did God want to uphold for them? He absolutely did not intend to keep them in a milieu of sorrow, pain and unhappiness. God created Adam and Eve as the base of His work, the nest for His heart and the object partners of His love. God is naturally the God of goodness. Since the God of goodness created this world, He created it to be good. The environment in which Adam and Eve dwelt should also have been good. This was God's purpose and idea at the time of creation. 15. What was God's attitude when He created Adam and Eve as His object partners of love? It was to invest everything for them and then forget how much He had done. This is the basic spirit behind the origin of the cosmos. However, when Adam and Eve fell, they reversed this principle. God sacrificed Himself and invested Himself completely to create them as His second selves and His object partners. He wanted His object partners to be even better than Himself. But human beings, ever since the fall, are inclined to sacrifice others for their own sake. That is why this fallen world promotes selfish individualism. It brings about destruction, and a hell on earth that has spread worldwide. This is our present world.